when I started supply chain training, the word supply chain itself was something very new. So in my very first class, I had only 7 people. And from there, today, as an organization, we have trained nearly 500,000 people.
Will AI replace people?
AI will replace people. 100% they will replace people. A lot of jobs which are very transactional in nature or repetitive in nature, the AI will take over.
What is the one thing that you took from your experience in procurement and still resonates and you use it right now in your CEO position?
If you want to be successful in business, you need to know not only the customer, the supplier. Supplier is the backbone of your industry. The Apple during Tim Cook's time, the very next year, sold more Apple iPhones than ever during Steve Jobs' time. Because Tim Cook is a supply chain expert. In our company, there is no office boy. We call them office assistant. We don't have a driver designation in our company. They are called as logistics coordinator. And we don't have a customer service department, customer complaint department. We have a customer happiness department. Job title is happiness ambassador. So their job is to make sure every single student or a corporate organization of Blue Ocean is happy.
Dr. Menon, you have taught over 30,000 professionals across your career. Can you remember the very first session you started to be an instructor or gave training?
Yeah. See, when I started supply chain training, the word supply chain itself was something very new to the people in Dubai. You know, Dubai is known as a logistics hub and it has, imbibed a lot of things from other regions, the best practices. So I was in business. I was heading a business unit. I used to handle huge operations across the world. So when I quit that and I started supply chain training, people thought, he's crazy. What is supply chain? Nobody has heard about this term. Purchasing, warehousing. People started hearing about logistics. I'm talking about this part of the world. What is supply chain? So in my very first class, I had only 7 people.
Okay.
Yeah. So they heard something based on my profile. They said, okay, there is something new to learn. Okay, let's see what is that. And from there, today, as an organization, we have trained nearly 500,000 people.
Wow, mashallah.
Yeah. So that's the journey which we had, which is like a big exponential leap which we took. From a class of 7, it became 14, it became 28, it became 100, 200. Then I was not able to handle the number of students because I was working 24/7 only teaching. Then we had to get more faculty. The company grew over a period of time. Then not only in Dubai, in UAE, we started getting people from Saudi Arabia, from other parts of the Middle East into Dubai. Then we had to expand. Instead of people coming in, we went out to the people. So today, proudly, we are sitting on, our headquarters is in London. Then we have offices across Middle East. We have in India.
Okay.
We are opening in Cairo, in Egypt next week. So the journey has been amazing so far.
So it all started with a class with 7 students in this class.
7 students,
okay,
which is totally new to supply chain, which people did not know what is that. Yeah.
Okay. That's amazing. And what's the one question that most of your students or professionals ask you?
Now or in the past? Because I've stopped training people around after the COVID hit.
Okay.
I was focusing on the expansion of the business, so I stopped the classes. Okay. I used to take a lot of because we have now, I think, 50 faculties we have full time with us,
okay,
teaching people in different languages. So if you ask me from a student's perspective, I don't know what the students ask.
Okay.
But from a business perspective, or from like conference like this, CIPS, when we meet people or when you are speaking in a conference, the biggest challenge people ask is, will we lose our job because AI is coming? That's a standard question people are asking. And the second one, recently people started asking because of tariffs, the geopolitical instability, will the supply chain get disrupted? So these are the 2 standard questions I get.
Will AI replace people?
AI will replace people. 100% will replace people. A lot of jobs which are very transactional in nature or repetitive in nature, the AI will take over. There is something known as the power of exponential. Human beings, we can only think linear. Linear means what? Let's say if I take 15 steps up, and if I say 15 steps down, how many steps I would have taken? Approximately. Take a guess.
I think it stays zero. You stay where?
No, every step, it is doubling.
Okay. Okay.
So one step,
yes,
two.
yes.
Second step, make it four.
That's going to be millions. That's going to be millions.
You have taken 1 billion steps.
Wow. Okay.
To 238,000 miles, which you can walk from here to moon and come back. That's the distance.
Okay.
So imagine that's the power of exponential. So human beings, in their wildest dreams, you cannot
cope up with this.
So definitely AI will come. AI will take over a lot of jobs.
Okay.
But now what should we do as smart people is that we should try to embrace the technology and we should know how to utilize the technology instead of saying, let's resist. We cannot resist because even the power of computing is increasing. According to the Moore's law, every 18 months, the power of digital computing doubles in every 1.5 years. So that means now it is on the upward trend. A lot of machines are there, deep learning machines, computer vision machines, and which is humongous, which human beings' mind cannot process. So the best is to embrace technology, get away from the regular jobs. For example, a warehouse assistant, if we talk about supply chain, getting, picking the products, packing it, all will become automized.
Yes.
The forklift operator might get obsolete. Even a procurement guy, today morning I was speaking to somebody, Amazon, now majority of the negotiation is using bots. So when you negotiate with Amazon as a supplier, you're not talking to a human being, you're talking to a bot. So I was thinking I was a great negotiator. I had this pride in myself. Now it's all killed. Technology.
Yeah.
You don't need to be a great negotiator. The bots are doing the jobs for you.
So it's inevitable, but we have to adapt to this. Okay. Dr. Menon, you started your career in India in procurement and purchasing, and then now becoming a group CEO of a big organization, multinational company. What is the one thing that you took from your experience in procurement and still resonates and you use it right now in your CEO position?
The biggest success factor or a critical success factor for me as a procurement person or even today, treat your supplier or any partner like your customers. You only talk about taking your customers, we should take care of our customers, we should be customer centric, we should make them happy. But I've always believed, based on my experience, if you want to be successful in business, you should take care of your suppliers or whoever you are associated with, including the people who you're working with you very well.
And you see, this is something that a lot of companies till today are still neglecting it.
100%. See, what happens as a buyer or as a procurement person, generally when a supplier goes to ask them for a business, the biggest strategy is, beat them, to the wall, squeeze them, get the maximum benefit out of them.
Okay.
It can be only a short-term approach. If you want to be a long-term sustainable relationship, you need to have a good partnership with the supplier who can help you in your business in terms of whether product development, in terms of inventory management, in terms of transportation. You need the supplier support to be successful. So I'll tell you one story. I was a supply chain person throughout my career. So I got an opportunity to handle sales as well. So I said, my director asked, can you handle sales? I said, I don't know sales, but let me try. Because I always believe I'm learning at somebody else's expense. I'm not putting my money to learn. Somebody else is investing on me and I will learn. If I fail, I fail. If I succeed, I succeed. So in the very first year, I got an award from Panasonic. In Singapore, I went to collect the award. They asked me, Dr. Menon, we know you as a supply chain person, but you are taking our sales and suddenly you have doubled the sales and won the best salesperson award. How? I said, because I'm a supply chain person, I got the award. Because if you know your suppliers well, if you can fix your supply lines correctly, both incoming and outgoing, you will be successful in business.
Okay. So being or knowing procurement very well is a good foundation for future CEOs?
100%. So now CIPS has just announced that they are going to have a transformation workshop for CPOs to become CEOs.
Why is that?
If you want to be successful in business, you need to know not only the customer, the supplier. Supplier is the backbone of your industry. These companies are realizing now earlier, again, another favorite question, people ask, can a supply chain person or a procurement person become a CEO? I said, don't look anywhere, look at me. Correct?
Yeah.
You don't have to look out anywhere. I can give the answer first hand. Because generally, a CEO is from a person who is from a sales background or from a finance background, maximum from an HR background. But a CEO from a supply chain background is, people don't hear about it. But take the case of Apple. When Steve Jobs expired, he passed away. People thought Apple is going to go down. Then came Tim Cook. But the Apple during Tim Cook's time, the very next year, sold more Apple iPhones than ever during Steve Jobs' time. Now, is Tim Cook a designer? No. Steve Jobs was a designer, a visionary about the product. Tim Cook, Apple was able to distribute its products to, I think, 30, 40 countries within a span of 48 hours after the launch. Because Tim Cook is a supply chain expert, procurement and supply chain person. So that was a success factor of Apple. Correct?
Okay. Yeah. So that's another living example of how supply chain or knowing supply chain will drive the executive
business.
Forward. Yeah, of course. So, Dr. Menon, an advice for the procurement leaders now, being in the CEO level, what advice will you give them to be able to, to build a vision, to build trust within the team?
See, the team is the key. You need to build a team. A team with the right value system. The team with the right mindset to embrace change. The team with the right mindset for sustainability. Yeah, these are all the key factors which is CPO should know and, and nurture so that he can lead a team he can become a CEO tomorrow and who can lead a business.
Okay. How do you personally define value creation and procurement rather than KPIs?
See, KPIs are very important for business, but that's again, a lagging indicator. You set some benchmarks, you follow whether you are doing it or no. Now, value creation is much, much beyond that. What is additional efforts you are doing to make sure it's successful? Your department is successful, your organization is successful. What are the innovative ideas you are bringing into the table? Can you do something? Can you create something? Overall value for the organization where the procurement is the biggest contributor rather than, just go by the KPI. Okay, I am supposed to do this. Okay, end of the day, I did this. I ticked my box and I left.
Okay.
No, you have to be innovative. You need to be creative. Okay. So because now when the AI takes up most of the routine, mundane jobs, you have to be creative. The one job which will remain will be a creativity of the human minds.
Okay. Dr. Menon, if a procurement professional from Nigeria is listening to this podcast, or a CPO in Riyadh, or a professional in Kerala, what one takeaway or advice you want him to know from your journey?
The world will go through a lot of turmoil. There will be a lot of geopolitical tensions, supply chain disruptions, incidents like pandemic. In all this, it is the procurement guys who need to stand strong. You cannot give up at any point of time. You need to consistently innovate. Don't just go by the books and deliver something by the books, because today the situation is like that. There are a lot of things which we have not read in the books in the past. Possibly in my lifetime, I have not seen something like COVID, correct? Or it might not happen again. But we had to adapt. So how fast you adapt to all these things and how fast we make the goods reach to the end customer, whether it's a food item, whether it's a medicine, whether it's clothing, agriculture. This is all decided by how good you are as a procurement and a supply person.
Okay.
So this is my only take. Never give up, and it's not over till it's over. Yeah.
Amazing. If you're meeting someone for the first time, and you will not be talking about blue ocean or business at all, how would you define yourself to this person? How introduce yourself?
Blue ocean is in the blood. People say that, you cut the blood, we bleed blue.
Okay.
Not red. So, I don't have, I'm a very simple person. Yeah. I look at things in a very, very simplistic manner. If there is any big problem which is coming to me, I try to look at it at a bite size make it bite size and try to solve one problem at a time. And
Okay.
I don't have any regrets in my life. I never look it into my past. I always look for the future because we cannot change the past. My 99% attempt is not even present, is about the future. It's about what you want to do in the future. It's not about money. It's not about success. But I feel that, I have been given an opportunity by the Almighty to do something, to change a lot of people's lives. Like I said, we have trained nearly 500,000 people as an organization. Not only that, even our people, anybody who you interact with on a daily basis, if you can add value to them by the virtue of them associating with you, that's the biggest thing what you can do. And I'm here, or not, everybody should create a legacy. You're here, just don't go, you come into this world and go from this world without being a nobody. Do something in whatever way you can, correct? It can be in charity, it can be CSR activities, it can be contributing to the profession, it can be doing voluntary services. Do whatever it can based on what your capability is and make a difference to this world. That's what I tell people about this is my thought process.
Okay.
Yeah. You run behind money, money will elude you. You run behind success, success will elude you. You run behind excellence. Create something which is an excellence. There is a famous saying by, Martin Luther King Jr. He said, if you want to sweep the floor as if you are the best sweeper in the world. Nobody before you have swept as good as you, and nobody after you will sweep the floor as good as you are. So whatever you do the best what you can. Yeah.
Okay.
So Blue Ocean as an organization, we are a 28-year-old organization, and we have been ranked number 1 globally in procurement and supply chain education. Last year, we trained people from 80 plus countries. 80 plus countries, people from Norway to Australia to Canada to US to interior countries in Africa. They all have come and studied with us. All up because of word of mouth about the quality of delivery we offer. As an organization, we are a very honest, ethical organization. So our foundation is very strongly built. Even during pandemic, we did not sack any of our people. Rather, we expanded our business. Where 90% of the companies closed down in our domain, we expanded. We did a lot of CSR activities. We gave free training during those days to create a goodwill in the market. Anytime we have an opportunity to do something for the society, we try to do that. For example, we are going in a big manner in India. India is 1.4 billion. This is my country. Yeah. And supply chain is a very new subject in India today. Now we are running a series of campaigns, free education programs to get people attracted to the concept of supply chain and how supply chain can turn around the organization, the governments, the country itself.
Tell me more about that. That's really interesting.
Yeah.
This free education for the people.
Yeah.
Tell me more about that. How is it going?
So we have it's very good. So we are getting very good response from the people. So people come, they understand. Yeah, supply chain is very important. Okay. Correct. So then further they will get into more details of what are the future programs they have to do. Then how they can implement it in the organization. Because currently it's all fractured. It's all in different directions, different departments, like what it was in Dubai 20 years ago, or what it is in the West 30 years ago. So now we are trying to make a change. So our slogan for India is to change the supply chain landscape of India. That's what we are not want to teach somebody's CIPS program or this program or something else. No, we are here to overall change the supply chain landscape of India on a bigger mission. So we are getting amazing responses. So we are conducting a lot of conferences. We do a lot of big conferences worldwide. Only in 2024 we did conference in London. We did in Riyadh. Few weeks back we did one in Dubai. We did it in Mumbai. Okay. We are doing one in August in Delhi. Then we are coming back to Saudi Arabia for our conference. Then we are going to Egypt. In Cairo, we are going to have a big conference, and these are all non-profit conferences. We put money from our pocket to run these events, so that the procurement and supply chain fraternity can come together and exchange ideas. It's in a bigger platform. So we are very proud of that. We do these kind of activities just to promote the procurement and supply chain knowledge, empowerment of the community. So that's why people love us as an organization.
Okay.
They know Blue Ocean. Yeah, we know Blue Ocean.
Yeah.
No, you are an
You're
organization.
attached.
Yes,
to the
they are
brand now,
attached.
yeah.
And we are there for last 28 years. And, people who I taught 20 years before, 25 years before, they're all CEOs and, CPOs of big organizations today. And many people are sending the children back to us for study.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's for us something like a great thing. So that means we have done something.
You see the impact now of what you have started.
What you have started back. So there is no training organization as big as we are in the world. So when people talk about training, they think of some small company, mom pop kind of shops, few people.
Okay.
We are nearly 400 plus people in the organization. We are the only company which has won the Dubai Quality Award, training company. We are the only super branded training company, Blue Ocean.
Okay.
And we have won multiple international awards. Last year, we have been ranked in US as the #1 company in supply chain training.
In the US?
From US, yeah.
Okay.
So went to collect the award. So all I believe is because of our sincere and genuine effort we are putting. This is what I tell everyone. You put in the sincere, genuine effort, results, if not today, will come tomorrow. The only thing is that do not run behind money or, success. Run behind excellence. Always try to create an excellence model, business excellence model.
Yeah.
Obviously, people will look at
This is what's all about. You are coming from this background. You've been there yourself.
Yeah.
So that's what keeps you grounded and still willing to, give more to this profession.
You need to stay grounded. See, I come from India, our community, the culture I come from always tells us to remain humble, tells us to stay grounded, because, in our culture there is a verse, a little now philosophical, but still that is what is our guiding force. You have not brought anything to this world, neither you will take anything from this world. Correct?
Yeah.
So don't be sad of what you have lost. Don't be happy of what you had. You have to maintain an equilibrium of what you do. So this will teach you to be humble, you understand, and grounded. How much of money you have? COVID taught us money is nothing. Correct? You might be a multi-billionaire, but one virus, nothing can. One little virus is not that it takes you to finish. So the best thing is create the goodwill, build a legacy around what you do, whatever way, big, small, whatever way. It can be, you might be a legend within your own community, you might be a legend in your own village, in your district, in your state, in your country. It's okay. But do something which is meaningful, with other people will remember you. So this is what helps us to remain grounded and not to, fly too high. So this is what I teach all my people. Whatever you are, you can be tomorrow from hero, you can become a zero. So when you go down, you have to have people to prop you up. Correct? You cannot, otherwise it will be like a free fall. So.
And that's one last advice that I will keep thinking of the whole day. Thank you very much, Dr. Menon, for this, for your time and this valuable advices for the procurement and supply chain community.
A lot of philosophical stuff also.
It's what we all need, I think. Yeah, it's what we all need. We all get, stuck with the function and the daily operations. And I think a lot of people don't give the time for themselves to to look back at what they are doing.
No,
and
you should always have a clarity of purpose of what you do.
Yeah.
You should have a very clear goal, clear purpose of what you do. Otherwise, you're all over the place. You're chasing money. You're doing this. You want to achieve, promotion in the office. All will come by default if you follow excellence. And you have to have very good clarity of purpose. And in our organization, respect and integrity are the two biggest virtues which we keep on talking in our organization. Respect everyone as a human being, not based on the title. Not because you are a director, you will get more respect. Because you are office boy, you will get no. You have to respect everyone as a human being. Today you are a director because you had an opportunity. Somebody is a driver or an office assistant. They didn't have the right opportunity. Possibly if they had got the opportunity, they would also become director. So treat everyone with respect. That's the first. Second is integrity. You can never have any blot on your life, your career with respect to integrity. So, see, you can fool others, but you cannot fool yourself. Correct? So have high level of integrity is what we teach And I talk about this. Now, how many people accept it, not accept it. But luckily for me, in Blue Ocean, people accept. They have that value system in our culture. So whoever interacts with Blue Ocean people, they say, what is this? Everyone, everybody who you talk the same language. They are very customer centric. They will do anything to make sure that you are happy. Whether you are a student, not a student, you are a VIP, not a VIP, you get that treatment.
That's a true asset that you have.
Yeah, so our people are amazing. We just concluded a conference with 650 plus people where, Sheikh Nahyan, His Highness was there in our conference. He was a chief guest. Then we had, big dignitaries like Saurav Ganguly is one of the legend in Indian cricket. He was there. He's our director also in India.
Okay.
We had a lot of other senior professionals coming in. They were amazed to see the conference. So, and the way people are taking care of them, that makes people, every single person comes in, whether irrespective of the title, they are a VIP for it. So, and we don't have a customer service department, customer complaint department. We have a customer happiness department. We don't want any complaints. We want to make sure the customer is happy. So we have a huge team of, I think, 12 people who is in the happiness department. 12 people in the happiness department only.
This is what you really call it?
Happiness department.
Okay.
It is one of the customer happiness department. Their job title is happiness ambassador.
Okay.
So their job is to make sure every single student or a corporate organization of Blue Ocean is happy. That's it. No complaint department. We don't want it because we don't want you to experience our service and then complain. No. We will come and we will pester you with questions. Do you have any problem? Do you want any improvement? Do you have any suggestion? You will get fed up. He said, thank you very much. I am happy. Because we want to take it out from you.
Okay.
That, whether you are happy or not. Because only if you are happy, you will refer 10 other people for our business. Because business, I believe, is through reference is the best business you can get. So when we enroll a student, we are not enrolling that student. Through them, we want to enroll 10 other students. So what level of service we will be providing to that person? So this is all, we have so many things which we have inbuilt into our system, which is, we call it as our organizational dynamics. Yeah. And we want to tell to the world, people can imbibe a lot of good things, what we do. Many people, even yesterday when I was coming from the airport, so, from one senior gentleman, he was there with me. He was saying, Doctor, I'm thinking in my office, I don't like to call my people office boy. Why should we call them office boy or a cleaning boy? Correct? Because they have a family. If their family, the children might grow up. So somebody asks them, what's your father doing? He's an office boy in a company. Obviously, it doesn't look good because we are today in the era of technology, Instagram, Facebook, everybody is connected. I said, in our company, there is no office boy. We call them office assistant. We don't have a driver designation in our company. They are called as logistics coordinator. He said, what? I said, yeah, right, for many years.
Will he be able to explain his job title to his children? The drivers will be able to explain this?
Because they plan for the delivery, they plan, they get the certification to the students, they take people. So it's a logistics activity they're doing, correct?
True, yes.
What they're doing, they're delivering stuff, they're bringing in stuff. So they coordinate, they're chasing, correct? They're planning, okay, they need to bring material from the warehouse, they're doing the planning activity. So this is what I do. So logistics coordinator is what they say they are. Okay. That's the title, official title in the company. So because ultimately everything is, we are human beings and we are, whatever we say, we are not like robots. We are governed by our emotion. Whether you or me, we all have emotions, correct? So we need to make sure that we get the right emotions out of a human being.
Yeah. That's a great value that you have in the company.
So we have so many things like that, so many things. So which, we can experiment in Blue Ocean because we always say experiment.
Yes.
Let's try always innovative things.
Amazing. Thank you very much, Dr. Menon. I had a pleasure with this conversation.
Thank you very much.
You're most welcome.